You to unmute.
There we go. Thank you, Suzanne. My name is Doug Goodyear. I'd like to welcome all the participants to the public hearing on academic fees. We are again conducting this as a virtual public meeting. I'd like to acknowledge the regents who are attending this morning: Regents Brewster, Duval, Pacheco, Stein, McCain, Penley, Mata, Fisher, and Garcia. The board has received proposals regarding changes to academic fees for the 2026-2027 academic year from ASU, NAU, and the U of A. The proposals are available on the board's website at www.azregents.edu. The proposals are on the agenda for action at the board's April 16, 2026 meeting in Tucson. The public will have the opportunity to provide testimony during this hearing regarding the proposed academic fees only. Those wishing to speak on other topics are asked to attend the call to the audience at the April 16 board meeting in Tucson. We also welcome comments via email at tuition@azregents.edu, through regular mail to our office at 2700 North Central Avenue, Suite 400, Phoenix, Arizona 85004, or by fax at 602-229-2555, or through the board's Contact Us page at www.azregents.edu. All comments received will be shared with all regents prior to the vote. A brief explanation of the order of our program today. First, each university president will briefly summarize their fee proposals. Then we will begin public testimony. If you wish to provide public testimony regarding the proposed academic fees, you must sign up using the online forms available on the ABOR website at www.azregents.edu. We will continue to accept forms throughout this hearing if you wish to speak. We will take public testimony in the order that the online forms were submitted. When your name is called, you will be asked to join as a panelist. Click yes, and you will need to turn on your microphone and camera. When providing testimony, please begin your comments by stating your name and any additional pertinent information, such as any group you represent. We ask that student leaders and individuals giving testimony limit their remarks to 2 minutes to permit as many speakers as possible to comment. At the end of the 2 minutes, the countdown clock on the upper left of the screen will turn red. To allow maximum time for public input, the regents generally will not respond to questions at this hearing, although we can provide points of clarification if necessary. We will take testimony until 11:55, at which time we will wrap up the hearing. If we do not have enough speakers signed up to fill the entire 60 minutes, we may end earlier than scheduled. We will now hear from the university presidents. We will begin with President Crow, then President Cruz Rivera, and then President Garamella. President Crow, you have the floor.
Yes, thank you, Chair Goodyear. I will be very focused. Our tuition and fee proposal is built on the premise of ASU's design, which is what we call access and excellence. That means the institution is completely designed to greatly enhance the accessibility of the institution without financial barriers, so much so that we've increased the number of Pell eligible students attending ASU as undergraduates 7 times to over 70,000, and we now graduate almost 10 times as many Pell eligible students, just using that as an accessibility indicator. What that means then is that our tuition policy is within Regents policy, our tuition proposal. On the proposal before the board today, we have a large number of graduate fees. That's the way we fund our graduate programs, and graduate fees are in our institutional design, and Regents policy are intended to be at what's referred to as market. Most of these fees are new. This is how we fund our graduate programs, and we provide financial aid in those programs also. The only thing outside of that is a university-wide advanced technology fee. in which we have decided that it's in the best interest of all parties, our students, the institution, everyone, to be able to accelerate in all ways our development of, access of, and provision for to our students of the most advanced technologies in the world to enhance learning, including augmented intelligence systems and artificial intelligence systems with proper guidance and structure and design. And to do this in a way where all students at ASU will be basically the state-of-the-art learners on the planet from this way that we've put this conceptual fee together. So, Mr. Chairman, that's the entirety of our proposal. We're within policy, we're within design. What I will say for some of the newer regents is all fees and all systems then become subject to the financial aid structure that we have, in which we have exceeded beyond even our own goals, the accessibility of the institution through the financial structure that we have. Thank you.
Thank you, President Crow. President Cruz Rivera.
Thank you, Chair Goodyear. NAU's proposal for fiscal year 27 keeps the total cost of increase of tuition and fees for Arizona resident undergraduates below inflation. As previously announced, Arizona resident undergraduate students will see a slight reduction in base tuition from $12,096 to a flat $12,000 annually. This is the lowest resident tuition rate in the state, and along with the Access to Excellence tuition guarantee, whereby NAU guarantees tuition-free education to in-state residents coming from households with incomes under $65,000 a year, and additional generous scholarships and financial aid offers, it underscores NAU's commitment to providing exceptional programs and opportunities for students from throughout Arizona. Fee adjustments are differentiated by course of study. NAU classifies academic programs according to the cost of delivery using 3 distinct college tiers. College fees increase 10% for tiers 1 and 2, that's $44 and $68 respectively, and 15% for tier 3, or $172. That revenue funds instruction, academic support, advising, and student services. The Student Health and Learning Center fee moves from $550 to $700. This fee has not been adjusted in 13 years and directly supports counseling, wellness, and health services, all of which have been in increasing demand and utilization over this period. NAU has also proposed a new campus investment fee of $100 that will fund modernization of the spaces students use throughout their college experience. I'd like to walk you through what these numbers mean in practice for an Arizona resident student. For roughly 80% of our Arizona resident undergraduates, those in college tiers 1 and 2, the total all-in adjustment for tuition and fees will be 1.6% to 1.8%. That's less than $250. For students in tier 3 colleges, nursing and engineering, the increase will be 2.4% or $352. For context, these are below the inflation rate of both the Consumer Price Index, 2.6%, and the Higher Education Price Index of 3.6%. NAU's commitment to affordability is backed by demonstrated quality reflected in record retention and graduation rates and wage outcomes achieved in recent years, and supported by ongoing financial stewardship and operational efficiency. Finally, one item outside the undergraduate fee structure. For the postmaster certification family nurse practitioner and psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner, we're implementing a new annual program fee of $2,700. This aligns with the existing Master of Nursing program fee implemented in 2024. I appreciate the consideration of this proposal.
Thank you, President Cruz Rivera. President Garamella.
Thank you, Chair Goodyear. As you've heard me say many times, student success is our North Star at the University of Arizona, and a big part of this is our focus on access and affordability. And so I'm pleased to share that for a third consecutive year, the U of A is keeping its resident undergraduate tuition and mandatory fees flat. This is a deliberate decision to support access to a world-class education here at the University of Arizona for our students, and is consistent with our commitment to our student success and land-grant mission goals. This year, we've asked for a single new fee for the new MS in Midwifery program. It's a 2-year professional graduate degree that's launching in fall 2026. The $2,000 per semester fee supports clinical placements and simulation-based learning experiences, which are essential for preparing these students for practice, and they're required for accreditation. It also supports ongoing preceptor training and partnership development, which is critical to sustaining a strong clinical education opportunities. So that's the only fee request that we have. Thank you very much.
Thank you, President Garamella. We will now begin public testimony. I would like to remind speakers that rules of conduct for this virtual public hearing are the same as for those meetings in person, and all comments made are part of the public record. Suzanne, will you please call our first speaker?
Thank you, Chair Goodyear. At this time, the registrants have not joined the hearing. So we have no speakers at this time.
I see Jenny Pollock is on here. Or maybe I do not see that Jenny is on here. I thought I saw her on the... all right, in the case of having 2 people signed up, but none attending and none showing up, Chad, would it be proper for us to just adjourn this meeting?
Yes, I would give you just for full decorum, Chair, give them a couple of more minutes. If we do not hear anything by 11:15, I suggest that you have the authority to end the meeting.
All right, so we will pause for 2 minutes while we await speakers to show up. And if they do not, then we will all have found time. There will be no entertainment in the intervening 2 minutes.
As Regent McCain might say, smoke them if you got them.
Thought it was going to be this awkward, Chair. I'd just said 1 minute, but I think we hold for 2.
Well, we've just passed the 1 minute mark. So if we can all sustain this for another 60 seconds, then we will declare this meeting over. And I would actually just say, for the sake of the public, to the extent that anyone is listening but not registered to speak, for anyone in the public who has comments, please put them in writing. Send them to the Board of Regents at tuition@azregents.edu, through regular mail to the ABOR office at 2700 North Central Avenue, Suite 400, Phoenix, Arizona 85004, by fax at 602-229-2555, or through the board's Contact Us page at www.azregents.edu. This item will also be presented at the board's April 16, 2026 meeting. A call to the audience will be held that morning for any further comments. The board is live streamed on ABOR Live through the ABOR website, and we have hit the 2 minute mark. So Suzanne, no other late entrants?
No, Chair Goodyear, none.
All right. In that case, we are done. Thank you all for participating in this meeting. Appreciate it. Farewell.
Thanks, Regents.